Welcome, everyone, to the 22nd installment of The Passion of the Digital Artist. Hello, this is Xavier, and we're interviewing your favorite digital artist and mine, Jeff Mueller. Jeff, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
So, lots has happened this week, both in your life and in the world. We're minus one more tyrannical dictator in the death of Muammar Gaddafi.
Yep, that's for sure. They pulled him out of a sewage tunnel, correct?
That's what they say. It's a little bit unclear, but I guess the big thing is that the Gaddafi era in Libya is over, and hopefully they can move on with a better government.
And then we're pulling out of Iraq. Not extremely excited about that because of the fact that we're still in Afghanistan. When we decide to get out of Afghanistan, then Americans, I think, will be pretty happy that we're going back to pre-9/11, where the Middle East can pretty much run what they're running, and we can run our country and not have to spend billions of dollars over in the Middle East.
That's a good point, and of course we're sending advisors to Central Africa also.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure I understand that, but as far as the men and women of our armed forces are concerned, Godspeed to them. So, Jeff, there's something that I wanted to ask you about, and that is, talk a little bit about the pricing of your artwork, or of artwork in general, and how you see yours.
Right. Artwork has and it's not changing today. Through social media and talking and having so much more communication, artists, it still seems to me today to be a huge gray area. When it comes to pricing your artwork, I was working in the commercial art field for most of my life, and now that I'm going into the fine art field, there just seems to be a very gray area as far as what is the price and how do you price creativity. Now, there's all different levels, but it seems to me no matter what level that you're on, that I don't want to say non-creative people, but people who are more business orientated, because creativity isn't something that you can put a number on. Somebody, one artist is creative this way, another artist is creative another way. Some artists might spend a year on a painting, and then other artists can be making paintings. They could spend hours on paintings. Creativity is such a open-ended book that it's very tough to put a price on. Now, when I was working in the commercial field, we always had to negotiate the price, and it seemed like if you were sending your artwork when it was finished out Federal Express and they needed it right away, it would they would be willing to pay anything for that. They would pay to put it on an airplane and ship it across the sea to get it in the time that they needed it. But as far as, if let's just say you quoted a job and you quoted a job at $3,500, and a quote's a quote, and it ended up costing you $4,500 to do it, and you start talking to the art director or the creative director or the production manager, there was no budging for that. It was basically they're going to hold you to the $3,500. It's the same thing in fine art. As I look around, some artists through fine art are selling their artwork for they could sell it anywhere between $50, $75 a painting, and they could be spending weeks months, a lot of hours is being put into it, but those artists will sell their paintings because of the fact they just love the fact that somebody wants their creativity to be displayed in their house. Then other artists will actually paint personal family, friends. They'll paint pictures and paintings, and they'll do it for free. And then you're looking at other people. They get into galleries. Now, it seems like if you're going to sell your artwork for a lot of money, that there's a lot of stuff involved. If you're using a gallery, well, the gallery is going to need a certain amount of money for the artwork. And then also if you have a rep, the rep gets a part of it. So it seems like if you have somebody representing you or representing your artwork that your artwork's going to sell for more money. Now, if you're trying to sell it yourself, either the artist will undervalue it or they'll but because there's nobody actually going out and selling, it seems like the value will be down. So it really comes down to, as I go through this process, and that's one of the things I'm going to document, is I'm going to try and get a better grasp on how art is being priced, fine art is being priced, and if I will be able to, what would you say, stabilize or get some sort of concrete or more firm grasp on the pricing of the artwork.
But where does your target audience or your prospective customers come into play? You've got customers who you have art collectors that are have a fairly sizable budget to spend on art every year. You have galleries and museums who are essentially the same thing, only maybe a little bit bigger budget. And then you have the commercial end where, let's say, somebody wants your paintings for a hotel lobby or something to that effect. How do you weigh in all that? Do you have a different pricing structure for each customer, or do you try to make it come together as one pricing structure? Or?
Well, I think there's everything's different, but we'll stick with the social media multimedia series. That particular series is what I'm pretty much interested in. I have a set price of what I want to sell my paintings for, and so far it seems to be on track. But I think what I'm going to find out is there's one thing to go through and sell it. I want basically the marketing to be social through the internet and social media and websites, and also the conventional way of selling the artwork. And because the project is a unique project and it's new, and it's something that's, I don't believe there's a lot of it being done, or something like this hasn't been done yet. I really believe that there's a chance that as far as an emerging artist, up and coming, that the value of this series could be even higher than what I imagine. But then it also comes down to create a buzz about it. You have to get people excited, and if that happens, I believe that the series could take off. But that in the up and coming vlogs, we're going to talk about that. I'm going to be straightforward with everybody. I know that was a lot of the questions as far as dealing with price, and I have some of the same concerns that everybody else does. And pretty much as artists, it's such a gray area that there's a lot of people who don't know. And it would be nice if through this I could educate myself and other artists as far as dealing with pricing.
Very interesting. Jeff, do you have anything else you want to add?
That's pretty much it. The Pack's 7-0. Go Pack.
Go Pack. Thanks, everyone. See you next week.